towards graduation. And I think that it's great that with Francis's mentoring program, I think he's going to have an opportunity to talk about being able to show kids a pathway in a number of different directions is such an opportunity for us to be able to give back to the current student body.
That's a great touching point too with the mentoring program, which is in really kind of its second year, or we're still going to call this an extended first year where you started last spring. How have you enjoyed getting that up and running?
I've enjoyed it immensely. So many alumni, when I speak to them, when we're thinking about, how can they get involved or what can we do? A lot of them are interested in supporting being mentors. I'm speaking the same thing. Like a lot of my mentors, especially when I was O'Brien, were my teachers as well. My senior year, I was senior class president, and I had a lot of support from teachers and like people who were like, yeah, you can do this, you can push through. Because I had a tough year. And then also when I went to my undergrad at BU, I had a great mentor who I still stay in contact with today, and it's because of her that I was able to graduate. I had a tough year, my first year. So for me, in thinking about how can we connect alumni who are doing some amazing things, who are successful, who are striving, how can we connect them with current students? So we are in our second cycle, but it kind of is like an extended first year.
Yes.
So what we do is we're connecting alumni who are interested with current juniors. Some of that is because that next year they're going to be seniors, they're going to be taking the SATs or the ACTs, they're thinking about college, career, what's the next steps. So they could use a lot of support. And if they're willing to reach out and they want to connect with a current alum who can be a way to provide some wisdom or provide a roadmap, then they can be connected as well. And the way we connect them, they fill out some questionnaires and we try to match them by interest and ways that they can support, the mentors can support the mentees. So it's starting, and we're hoping that in the coming years that we can connect the juniors with some of the younger students, or even when they become seniors, they are mentoring some of the middle school students. So that way it is a cycle that keeps feeding onto itself, and it could become a little more self-sustaining.
Yeah, and I would just add to that, although I haven't been able to be a mentor, I'm on Francis's email list, and getting that information, just being able to keep updated and read about it, has really made me feel more connected to the O'Brien Tech community. And that's an important piece there too, is the work that we're doing, or that Francis is doing, but then also the effort of connecting graduates, whether or not they're playing an active role. Just having that information and knowing that that work is happening really makes me, I've always been incredibly proud of graduating from Boston Tech. I talk about it quite regularly, but to know that that work continues and that effort continues with graduates and current students makes me even more excited to say that I went to Boston Tech. And I say I went to Boston Tech, which is now the O'Brien, the long school name. But when I say that, when I see that work happening, I say that with more and more pride every year. And sometimes as people grow older and become more and more separated from their high school years, you identify more with your college, or maybe if you went to a master's program, you become more identified with that. But in the city of Boston, Boston is so small and so special that so many of us remain connected to our high schools. And regardless of changes in name and all of that, that connection is so important. And I think most of us keep it on our resumes for that reason.
Yeah, I think I just want to add one thing. What is that you can't just do this by yourself. Right. And what I love is, Paul, I wouldn't be able to do all this work if I didn't have Paul supporting me. And he's the vice president of the Alumni Association, so he's helping me out and helping make this opportunity happen. And also Giovanna Green has been helping me out, and that's how we got our website. But we are looking for more people. If they want to help out and they're willing to donate some of their time, that would be great.
Also money.
Yeah, money would be great too. There's definitely a good opportunity to donate money. I don't know if you want to talk, if we could talk about that now.
I would love to, yeah. Actually, I think that falls right in, is, you have like the social equity of volunteerism, but sometimes you need the financial part of it to kind of keep things going up, keep the lights on and the website alive. How's that been coming along? What's your biggest hurdle, do you find?
I think one of the biggest hurdles is in being transparent about it. I think success begets success. So if people are seeing that, oh, we are doing successful work, we're hosting more events, then more people will want to get involved. So I think that's one of the hurdles, is that more people want to be involved as we get more success. I think another hurdle is we're doing this on like quarter time. Like I got a full-time job and trying to lift up this work, it's hard to not only plug and talk with more alumni and be really active so that when people are knowing that we're doing things and ways for them to donate, but just getting our name out there. So by connecting with more alumni, whether Boston Tech, O'Brien, just all the alumni together, and having them share the information with other alum, that is what's going to like help us in getting in some money.
I think you should plug your website where
Yes.
people can donate.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. Where can we go to donate?
Don't mind me
Yes.
inserting
No, that's no
myself.
problem. So the website is,
Mentoring.
it's all one word, as most websites are. It's o'brientechalumni.org. On there, there's a link that you can push and you can donate through PayPal. If you ever run into me, I have a PayPal dongle with me, so I can always take donations that way.
So just hit you up right on the street?
Yeah, you can. So yeah, swipe it, and there's two different ways that people can donate right now. We have a legacy fund, which is through our GoFundMe account, and with that, all donations go directly towards scholarships that we want to give back to the graduating seniors.
Excellent.
If you want to donate for general donations, that's what helps us run the alumni mentoring program. That's going to help us keep the alumni barbecue for free, and host other events. We do need starting capital, and the way we started this was with no money and a high budget. So we want to make sure that we are getting donations, and it's for a good cause. It's not lying in my pocket. I mean, other alumni associations, that's their full-time job. They get paid for that, and that's not the case for us.
We're going to be wrapping up shortly, so I do want to kind of tie things up because I don't want to cut anybody off. They can go to the John D. O'Brien Alumni Association website.
Yeah, o'brientechalumni.org.
Okay, great, perfect. So if you have the time, please feel free to swing over. Any donation is appreciated. It doesn't have to be the donation. We don't have to ring a bell. It could be $2, it could be $3, whatever. It
I
all
think you
adds
should
up.
ring a bell regardless.
Yeah. Every little bit helps.
And this is mentoring right here. We have, our 91 grad just kind of schooling us on the art of fundraising, and this is where it's happening. We're doing it right on screen, and that's kind of why we have the show as well. Is sometimes you don't have the time to mentor, but you come on, speak about your experience, and we can get it out there either through BNN TV on the actual station or even on our website eventually. So we'll be able to kind of like virtually mentor people and let people know what's going on. Annissa, what advice would you have for a junior at the O'Brien right now? What was that one little thing that you remember? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be.
I would say, so I have to, I think about back to my junior year of high school, which was a very long time ago, but I also taught juniors and seniors. So what I would say to my junior self is as you're hitting that finish line, finish strong. Think about it like a road race. When you're getting ready to cross that finish line, that's when you speed up because you always want to finish strong. Cut a few seconds off your time. So that's my suggestion.
I think that's a great suggestion, and I think it's a good time too because we're actually hitting the finish line of today's first episode of Tiger Talk.
Yes.
I want to thank the both of you for taking the time to come on. I hope to have you back. Please keep an eye out for it, tune in, and if you feel you have any tech graduates that would be interested, send them our way so we have a lot of resources to work with. Francis Pina, thank you for being on. Annissa,
my pleasure.
George,
Thank you
very much.
Congratulations to the two of you. This is exciting.
Thank you very much.